Metal Hellsinger is a game that I've played on Xbox, PS4, PS5 and now PSVR2. I'll be going over the game offers to help you decide if this is one for you. Before we jump into the review, I'd like to take a minute to remind you all to subscribe to the channel. Also, if you've enjoyed this video, then leave a like and a comment. Now, without further ado, let's crack on with the review. The story follows a lost soul named the Unknown. She arrives in hell with no memory, but her voice and song have been stolen. You meet Paz, who aids you along the way, taking out aspects of the judge until you reach her to take back what is yours. The story to this game was always one I never thought I'd get into, but it's a story that I've enjoyed hearing again and again. The majority of the game is narrated by Troy Baker, and this really brings weight to the world and the story. Gameplay wise, this is a rhythm based shooter. You have to shoot to the beat in order to get combos and build a higher score. With a packed arsenal of weapons, you will complete each level dispatching various demons in your own cool way. Shooting to the beat is absolutely fantastic, and when you hit all those shots it really makes the game feel awesome. Each weapon has its very own unique special attack which can be suited to your playstyle and the various enemies' weaknesses. As well as the campaign, you also have torments which act as your challenge levels, and these are pretty enjoyable. If shooting to the beat doesn't sound like your thing, then you can turn this off, meaning every hit is to the beat, and this changes the game to more of a Doom-inspired demon shooter with an awesome soundtrack. And since I just mentioned it, let's discuss the soundtrack. Each track is incredibly punchy and makes me want to headbang through the entirety of this game, but one, that wouldn't be good for my neck, and two, I fear the PSVR2 will fall off my head. Majority of the tracks have some well-known metal artists singing on them, such as Matt from Trivium, Elisa from Arch Enemy, Tatiana from Ginger, and if this isn't enough, there are even more tracks on the DLC with some well-known songs from Disturbed, Paramore, Gorillaz and many more. Oh, and also if you do buy the DLC, make sure to pick up Dream of the Beast, which is an awesome track featuring Will Ramos from Lorna Shore. To say the soundtrack to this game is fantastic is an absolute understatement. Now for the graphics, they look good but they could definitely look better. The textures on some levels look really good and then others not so much, and I'd also say the game needs a bump in resolution. I'm also really happy to say that I had no frame drops or crashes. The game does feature haptic support with vibration to the headset when you get hit and the sense controllers pulsating to the beat. There is also adaptive triggers. Time for the settings, this game features smooth and snap turning and a bunch of other comfort options. However, I would say this is best played with smooth turning at max speed as it really amps up the feel of the game. You can also play the game seated and I had no issues in doing so. Now for what I didn't like, I found the weapon reload didn't always work and sometimes it would lead to me losing a combo due to having no ammo even after doing the reload gesture. Although I'm happy the game has adaptive triggers, these are a bit counterintuitive as the gun shoots before pressing the trigger past the threshold. For any trophy hunters out there, this game does have a platinum and it's pretty much a mirror of the non-VR version. Overall, Metal Hellsinger VR is a brilliant port of a non-VR game and I've had a great time with this one. That being said, I enjoyed the non-VR version from the story to the soundtrack, so this just elevated that experience. Even with the game's minor flaws here and there, it didn't ruin any of the enjoyment and I walked away very happy with this one. So, should you get this game? Well, if you enjoy shooters like Doom, then this will probably bring you some enjoyment. I'd also say if you enjoyed the non-VR version, then it's a no-brainer to pick this one up. However, if shooters, metal music or over-the-top movement aren't your thing, then I say it's best to avoid this one. This concludes my review of Metal Hellsinger VR. If you've enjoyed this review, then make sure to stick around for more VR content. I cover games on the PSVR2, PC VR and Quest. Have a great day and thanks for watching.